Hey guys, welcome to RMA Garage. I'm Mark and I'm glad you joined us today. Most of the videos we do on here are RV or dirt bike related, but today we are going to be diving into my wife's bicycle. And if you remember our last bicycle video, and if you don't, go back and check it out, it's pretty cool. We took her mountain bike from a 2x gearing setup to a 1x gearing setup. And she loves it, she's had a wonderful time with it. But she wanted a gravel bike and she wanted to kind of get out of road biking, and we could not find a gravel bike for her in her size. So we ended up converting her road bike into a gravel bike, and that's what this video is going to be about. We're going to show you what we did, why we did what we did, and hopefully to shorten the learning curve if one of you guys have the same and similar problem. So, all right, let's get to it. All right, guys, we are starting out with a 2017 Specialized Ruby. This is a size 44, as you can see right there, size 44, and there is the Ruby, okay? Now, I'm gonna tell you the components that we did not change that are stock to this bike, okay? Seat, stock, seat post, of course, the entire frame. The cassette is original. The brake caliper and the rotor original. Rear derailleur is original. Crank, front derailleur, of course the fork and the brake caliper and the rotor. That I believe, oh, and of course the front fork, the future shock, everything that is all stock as well. Everything else we changed. And what I'm going to start off with, the handlebars first, show you. So the hardest part, we're finding trigger, flat bar shifters for a road bike. This is a 2x11. So these shifters that we bought are Shimano, and quite honestly, this was kind of a gold find. A guy on Facebook was selling combo, these shifters and the levers. Okay, if you remember, obviously these are hydraulic, so we had to find hydraulic levers. And these are basic mountain bike levers. That's what we used. And they're basic. I couldn't even find a number on these. These are basic. Now the shifters are SL hyphen RS 700s. And that's what, I'll leave a link below on all of these components. But we were able to find a 2x11, and so that was really the hardest part, because you can't just buy these in the store. You can't order them because all the shortages everybody's talking about. Okay, so we were able to find the brake levers that were hydraulic and the shifters. So after that, we started on the next hardest thing, and that was the wheels. Okay, so the original wheel on this bike is a 29er. Okay, this is that's the DT Swiss R470s. Okay, this is a 29er, and I believe this isn't the original tire that came on here, but I think it was like a 28. It's Specialized turbo. Okay, but what we were originally thinking was that maybe we can just put a gravel tire on this rim and be able to solve, like, hey, just all you got to do is maybe do a flat bar and do a gravel tire. But the problem is that there's not enough frame clearance. Okay, so you got a clearance issue here and you got a clearance issue down here. Now what we found is if we went with a 27.5 wheel, that maybe we could get enough clearance, and that's what we did. These are new Mavic wheels. They're 27.5s, and we have the gravel tire mounted to these. That's what made this possible. 27.5 on the front, 27.5 on the rear. Now these were very difficult to find because we had to find a set of wheels that were going to accept the road cassette, because most of the carbon wheels, 275s, are mountain bike wheels, and it's not the same cassette. This is a road bike cassette, and we bought a set off of Pro's Closet, and we had to send them back because they were for a mountain bike. We finally found one on Pro's Closet that would accept a road cassette. So finding these wheels took the longest time. I think it took several months of, kind of combing the internet. So with these wheels, that made this gravel bike possible, okay? But there was a small little caveat here. The size tire on the rear is different than on the front, because the front has more clearance than the fork, and I'll show you that in a minute. But this size is actually, let's see here, if I can show you let's see, there you go. This is 275 by 1.35, okay? And this is made by Continental, and I will leave a comment down below. So this is the Terra Speed Continental, and it's saying that it is a 35 millimeter, okay? So we had to go with a smaller wheel on the back, or smaller tire on the back. And then on the front, we ended up going with 27.5, 1.5. And I looked on here, and I was trying to find the millimeter size, and I could not find it. So this is a Rambler. She liked the nubs on this one. They were small and there was good grip, okay? But as you can see here, there is plenty of height here. Now, we get a little close on the sides, but she's not really riding through a lot of mud. And quite honestly, we were pleased with the distance, and we're just kind of keeping an eye on it, making sure we don't get any scratches here. Right now, everything looks good. So again, different size tires from the front to the rear, and this she loves. She absolutely loves it. Now, we didn't talk about the handlebars. She ended up getting a nice carbon set. I think this is made by Richey, and she also got a new stem, and this is, I believe, an Industry 9, and I'll leave a link below, but I'm pretty sure this is a 30. So she's got a very short cockpit here. Her bars are close. She likes to sit up when she's on the gravel. It's easier on her neck and arms. So yeah, Industry 9, this is a 30. So what we have here is we took a road bike and we made it into a gravel bike. So she's probably ridden it about a dozen times now, loves it, climbs like a billy goat, and everything works great. We did have to adjust the levers. She's been kind of playing with these. She's getting to the right distance here. She's got slip-on grips, which are nice and easy to take in and out. But everything else is pretty much the way she likes it. Gravel bikes, they come in smalls, but not extra smalls. And even the extra smalls are a little bit too tall for her. So if you guys can find a road frame that is small, and you can find 27.5 wheels, and I'm going through a long list here, but even the shifters, if you can find shifters and levers, this to me would be a very good option for you guys. All right, so I was about to end this video, and my wife just reminded me something that we had to consider. Now, obviously, the wheel here is a 29er, and this is a 27.5. We were also concerned about the distance between the ground and the bottom of her crank. Now, what we found out was that when you add the extra rubber onto the rim, and these tires are a lot fatter than obviously the road wheel. So what we found was that there was literally maybe a 1/4 of an inch difference in the size between this tire and this tire. So really, we definitely lowered. So it definitely lowered the bike, but it was only a little bit. But we wanted to point out to you that yes, the cranks are lower to the ground, but the larger diameter tire makes up for that. All right, guys, that was it for today's video. I just wanted to do a quick little video. Really wasn't much to it, but I wanted to at least let you guys know that it is possible to turn a road bike into a gravel bike. Shifters and levers, wheels and tires, really obviously is what you need, but it's got to fit the frame, and that's really what the difficulty was. So if you guys have any comments, questions on components, how we set things up, all these other things. Please leave them below. If you like this video, please click the like and subscribe button and let me know if there's other videos that you would like to see or any suggestions. I'm trying to grow the channel and give good, meaningful content. So we appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you soon.